We all know that Samsung smartphones come with some of the best features and customizable options that make them some of the best smartphones that are on the market. But do you also know that they have a great news app as well? Samsung News is exclusive to Samsung devices, offering customizable and curated news from carefully curated list of 250 plus trusted news outlets from around the globe to ensure that the news that you're reading is always as trustworthy as possible. And the best part about it is that you don't have to go out and read dozens of different news sites every day just to stay caught up with the news. It's all curated for you within Samsung News. And the app also delivers tailored morning and evening news briefings just to make sure that you're caught up with the news that you want every time that you open the app. Those morning and evening news briefings are shown right at the top of the application when you open it, letting you swipe through the most important news stories of the day that you haven't caught up with yet. And no, I'm not just talking about politics here. There are dozens of other categories to choose from if you want. If you're into sports, you can curate your feed so that it highlights all of your favorite football or basketball details. I'm personally a huge NBA fan. I've been following the Cavs on their amazing season so far, and the Samsung News app has been perfect for keeping me up to date on every single win that they get. But if sports isn't your thing, you can dive deeper into a whole plethora of other topics as well, like travel, politics, and entertainment. And that one there is always a good one if you're a big movie or music fan or just want to keep up on the latest Hollywood news. But you can also filter the news by source. If you have a specific publication that you like, it'll prioritize the news coverage from that publication. To manage and customize the news topics that you want to see the most, just jump into settings and then select the topics that you want to see most within your feed. And you can also select the sources that you want to see the most as well. And yes, some of your favorite tech sites are listed there as well, so there's plenty to go around. And if you also want to choose to hide specific news sources or topics, you can do that here as well, just to make sure that your feed is perfectly curated to what you want to see. There's even a news trivia game within the app, which is a fun way to stay in the loop on some of the news topics that you really might not be following all too closely. But it's also just fun just to see how high of a score you can get. The app also makes it incredibly easy just to browse the news from a specific publication, just like you're going through their website. And if you do like to check in on local news, it's great for that as well, since that's usually the news that really affects our lives the most. And I'm honestly surprised by how much local news is within the app, since I typically don't watch a lot of local news stations, so having this right at my fingertips always keeps me up to date on what's going on in my city. And of course, the application also highlights all the latest breaking news, especially those big stories as soon as they break. And that home screen news widget also helps you keep up with that, giving you a quick, glanceable way to jump directly into the news app as soon as the story breaks. You still will be getting ads within the articles, but the stories do load a whole lot faster than a typical web page would. And you won't be getting any of those annoying pop-up or overlay ads, which are completely out of control these days. It's a nice, clean user experience that definitely makes catching up with the news a lot more enjoyable. And if you are the type of person who doesn't necessarily want to open the app just to read the news, but want something a little bit more glanceable, there is a home screen widget for that. Samsung News can also be added directly to your home screen as your default news feed. Just swipe one screen to the left from your main home screen panel and you'll see the Samsung News feed directly there, giving you quick and immediate access to your personalized news feed. Or if you want to just access the app directly, you should be able to find the Samsung News app directly in your app drawer. And if you have happened to uninstall Samsung News at any point, just click the Samsung Store to reinstall it and access the app from there. If you want more details about the Samsung News app, or if you're looking for a direct download link, I've included that in the video description below, so be sure to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks to Samsung for sponsoring this video.